What's going on, guys? Today's video is a little bit different. I got a request from another YouTube subscriber. He goes by Family of Hunters. So Family of Hunters, this one's for you. He asked for some scouting tips, or turkey scouting tips. So we're out here in the woods today. I'm going to try to look for some sign and show you what I look for when I'm looking to find a place that's holding turkeys, or a place that I want to hunt for turkeys. It's late February, 75 degrees today here in southeastern North Carolina. Calling for 80-degree weather tomorrow. So things are starting to bloom here. Actually, I just riding down the road and I seen some of the Bradford pear trees in full bloom, which is crazy for this time of year. Anyways, we always expect another cold snap between now and turkey season, and actually another frost. So today I'm gonna walk around here in the woods and see if I can find some sign and show you what I'm looking for when I'm looking for turkeys. The number one advice I can give you is get out in the woods and look. Don't wait till the week of opening day of turkey season to get out and look. Get out now, look. A lot of the places that I hunt in the winter time, when I'm deer hunting, I see birds. Like this particular spot, I had 17 longbeards on camera during deer season. That don't necessarily mean they're going to be here during the spring. Which I know this piece of property holds birds during the spring, but I never see 17 birds during the spring. But they're always in here in the winter time. So one piece of advice I can tell you is, if you're seeing birds during deer season, don't necessarily expect them same birds to be there during turkey season. But it's also a good sign that you do see birds during deer season. I mean, there will be a few during turkey season. So, but it could be a totally different birds for that matter. So we're gonna walk up here in the woods and see what we can find, and hopefully this video will help you out a little bit. Stay tuned. All right, so one of the first things I look for when I come to a spot is tracks, the obvious. So you know, if you find a turkey track, there's a turkey there. Well, here's an example. That right there is a gobbler track. You'll see he's got the long middle toe. So it's obvious there's a turkey here, along with some other coyote tracks. Anyways, that's always a telltale sign there's birds in the area. Now, I know this property pretty well. I've been hunting this piece of property for close to 20 years. So it took me a long time to figure it out. But I know several roosting spots, which that really don't mean nothing. I mean, they don't always roost in the same spot. Contrary to popular belief, I've seen these birds in here roost in several different spots. But I know this is a known roosting spot in the winter time. Let's see if we can find some more sign. All right, another sign that I like to look for when I'm out scouting for turkeys, looking for a roosting spot in particular. Not saying that's where they'll be every night, but it's a good starting point. Here in southeastern North Carolina, you got great big old pine trees, and this used to be a little water hole in here, and birds like to roost in here. But you walk around and you look for these great big trees like that, nice and tall. The birds like to roost in them, and if you look under the trees, you'll see bird droppings, turkey droppings. And then a lot of times you'll find feathers. All right, there's a feather there. So we definitely know there's been birds using this area Just something else to look for. Well, there's another. Some more feathers. More bird droppings. Another great big pine. So, more droppings. I don't know if you can see them. Anyways, I mean, I know this spot and I know the birds like to roost here sometimes. So it's pretty easy for me to show you. But when you're out walking around, that's what you want to look for. Nice tall timber. Birds like to, I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of the times they like to find big, tall, straight timber. And they like to have a spot kind of open that they can fly up in. And also, when they fly down in the mornings, kind of open. Let's see if we can find some more signs. One of the telltale signs for turkeys is scratching. You can see where they got the ground tore up a little bit in here. Basically what the turkey's doing is scratching around looking for feed. I have seen this little road through here all look like a disc had been run through it. Hopefully I can find a little better spot, but there has been turkeys feeding here in the last week or so. Let's go see if we can find some more. Alright, so got a little more sign. You can see, it might be hard to see on the camera where they've been in here scratching the leaves, eating bugs and worms and whatnot. So that's another sign there's birds in here. I will say another good thing about getting out in the woods in the spring, you never know what you're going to run across. You find sheds and stuff like that. But you also find buck sign that you hadn't seen all year. Pretty good rub there. Another big gobbler track. Like I said before, that's pretty big track. Got a long toe in the middle. I will say, while you're out scouting, walking in the woods this spring, now here I am walking around with no snake boots, but it's February. But I'm sure this, with it being in the 70s and 80s, the snakes are probably out and about. The snakes ain't the only thing you gotta watch out for. Now I knew this was here already, but you definitely don't want to run into one of them. It's over my head. Of course, that ain't saying nothing. I ain't but about 5'6" on a good day. Depends on what boots I got on. But anyways, you definitely don't want to run into one of them hornet's nests. I think they call them a bald-faced hornet. They are bad news. They will put you on the do let's go. But we're going to do a little more walking, see if I can find some other sign to show you. There used to be a little spot in here where they like to dust. They'll make them a little bowl, and it's usually down here. It's usually in a little sandy area. They'll dust and prune the feathers and all that good stuff. But for some reason, I don't know if they only do that in the springtime or what. We're gonna keep looking. It's funny, as I was walking down through here, looking for turkey sign, obviously. I think I said earlier in the video, I've been hunting this piece of property close to 20 years. My wife's been hunting it longer than that. Just picked up a turkey feather, by the way. But this particular spot, this exact area, several years ago, it was the last day of turkey season. I believe I was tagged out, but I had been chasing this double beard, huge double beard, turkey of a lifetime, all season long. Anyways, I had pretty much give up on him. It was the last day of the season, and my daughter decides she wants to go turkey hunting. First time she'd ever shown any interest in turkey hunting. Well, this particular double beard, I had already figured him out. I knew exactly what tree he was roosting in, the whole 9 yards. I said, okay, you want to go turkey hunting? Let's go in the morning. Your first turkey is going to be a turkey of a lifetime. So, sure enough, I come in here the evening before, listen to him fly up, all that good stuff. Knew exactly where to set up. I'd set up a little ground blind, and we was ready. So the next morning, before daylight, got up, got all suited up, come over here, got sat down. Lo and behold, he gobbles. 75 yards in front of us. We were set up perfect. Well, right at daylight, my daughter taps me on the shoulder and she's like, hey Dad, there's a bird coming down the road. Longbeard, to our left. And I said, darn, he's already on the ground. Anyways, I wanted to kill that great big double beard. But, being how it's her first hunt, first turkey hunt, you know, whatever comes, that's what you're going to get. So, we're watching this bird come from about 300 yards. He come all the way in front of the stand. And just before she was fixing to pull the trigger, the big double beard flew down. Well, they went in full strut and was going round and round. I told her to shoot when she got a shot. Long story short, bam, she shot. Bird goes to flopping in the road. The big double beard runs right by our blind, almost run into the blind. And I was thinking, dang, what bird did you shoot? Get out the blind, run over and get the bird. We're all pumped up because Haley just got her first bird. And anyways, we took pictures, all that good stuff. High five, hug. One of the best memories of my life. Sometimes I get a little choked up sometimes even talking about it. Anyways, we get back to the house, get ready to clean the bird. Lo and behold, it was a double beard. So, on her first hunt ever, she had 2 double beards in front of her. And the bird she killed was a real nice bird. He had I think it was a 10-inch beard, and then the smaller of the 2 beards was like 6 or 7 inches. But just walking down through here reminded me of that little memory. And I don't know. Isn't that what it's all about? Being in the woods, create memories with your family, create memories in general, enjoying God's creation. But enough about that sentimental stuff. Let's get back to looking for some birds. Just another tip. Now, I hunt mainly timber. I got one piece of property that's got a field or pasture, whatever you want to call it, on it. And I can generally sit back and look at them birds from, you know, 100, 200 yards from afar. So, that's just another tip. If you actually got fields to hunt, you can sit back on the highway or get in the field edge with a pair of binoculars and do a good inventory. It's kind of hard to do that in the timber, but that's just another little tip. Alright guys, we're about to wrap this video up. Talking about looking for turkey sign and how to scout for them and whatnot. I'll go back over a couple things that I know. And remember, I'm not the best turkey hunter in the world, but it is my passion and I love to do it. I can't think of anything else I'd rather do. And killing the turkey's fun, but scouting and looking for sign and making it all to come together is the fun part. So the first piece of advice I'd give you is get out in the woods, walk. A lot of people come to me and they say, "My God, Richie, you do a lot of walking in the woods." But I love it. So I spend a lot of time in the woods walking and looking for different things. So the first and most important thing you can do is get out and walk. Look. Then once you start learning what to look for, you look for signs such as tracks. Tracks are a telltale sign. Hey, there's a bird in the area. He's been through here. I've seen a couple tracks in here today since the rain, so I know there's a tom using this area. Looking for roosting spots. Where I look for them at's in the tall timber. You'll find roosting spots by finding a bunch of bird droppings around the base of the tree. If you see a tree and it's got the big long limbs coming out of it, them turkeys love to roost, especially here in the southeast. Big tall pines with big limbs. They'll sit down on them limbs. You look for the droppings around the base of the tree. Like I already said, you'll see feathers around the base of the tree where they're losing the feathers as they're up on the roost. Another good sign is when you're walking around in the woods or on these roads, if you got a place with roads, you'll see a lot of scratching. They're scratching and feeding at the same time. Sometimes it'll be just a little spot. Other times it'll look like you've run a disc through it. Come time right before the season opens up, I like to go about 2 weeks, sometimes earlier than that, and just listen for birds. Get in there before daylight, off at a distance. Let the woods wake up around you. You'll get them old, like in this swamp in here, them old hoot owls will start hooting in the morning, and them gobblers will answer them. And that'll just give you a general location of where them birds are at. And I like to do it 2 or 3, 4 or 5 days in a row, which my schedule allows for that. Some people don't have that privilege. But if you'll get in there and listen for them gobble, mark that spot. Use Onyx, Hunt Stand, whatever you like, and mark that spot. I forgot to mention trail cameras. A lot of times I'll throw a trail camera in the area, and that'll give you a good count on the birds you got in that area. What time of day they're in that area. I like to hunt a lot of afternoons. I've always said if I can get him to gobble after 12, I can kill him. I'm sure there's some more that I'm missing, but if you got questions, feel free to leave them down in the comments. I appreciate you watching, and if you don't mind, reach down there and click that subscribe button. Hit that notification button, that way you know when I post another video. We got some big things planned for this spring. I got a trip booked to Florida. I'm gonna try to get me another Osceola. Had a real good hunt down there 2 years ago, and I'm gonna try to get another one. I think our season opens up here April the 8th, if I'm not mistaken. Plan on doing some hunts. Our youth season comes in a week before that, so maybe I can get a kid to go hunting. That's always fun. And hopefully we can get a few more hunts on film, grow this channel. Like I said, hit the like and subscribe button. Leave comments on what you'd like to see, or any questions about this video, or any other video I've made for that matter. So that's going to wrap us up for today. And remember, treat every hunt like it's your last hunt, because you never know when it might be. Thanks for watching, guys.